Hello there, dreamers. So I just want to apologize in advance. I know that this is a long video, but it is like 4 days worth of work. So bear with me. I'm just trying to get you guys all caught up. I'm actually editing this on Thursday, but all this work took place last weekend. So I'm just trying to get you guys all caught up so that you're more current on events and happenings around here. So bear with me during this, and I promise it's a complete project for a change instead of a little bit at a time. Enjoy. Okay, y'all. So I got pallets. I think I'm gonna do the dog shelter out of pallets. The problem is where I would want to build it is in the center of the yard, because Titus, if he can jump up on something, he will jump up on it and jump over. And he'll pee on blocks too. Oh good, you guys missed that. Anyhow, so, and I want the back of it to be towards the north, so I'm thinking somewhere right in there in the middle of the yard. Maybe back up against that tree with their toy hanging on it. So I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse because they're gonna bark because they're out here. They've been inside most of the day. So I'll put you guys on time lapse and let's see what I can get done. I have no plans. I'm just kind of making this up as I go. So we'll see what it looks like. Okay, y'all, this is exciting. I don't know what all you guys can see. I'll just assume I'm in frame because I'm tired. So if y'all remember, I used to have Copperhead Hotel over there. It was a bunch of wood that I had just been storing for years. And when we went to go clear it out, I gave it to my neighbor to burn. When we went to go clear it out, some of these 2x6s were still okay. So I saved 8 of them just in case. And they're taking up space in my shop because I'm saving wood. Anyhow, they're just shy of 8 feet, but I have enough to span this whole thing. So that's what I'm going to do, and that'll be their decking boards. And I know it won't last forever and ever, but it'll last quite a few years. So that was good news. So I'm going to go lug all those out here, put them on this thing. This, the platform is level this way, but it slopes down that way a little bit. And I just decided, who cares? It's a dog shelter. It's just gonna have sides, a back, and a roof. And maybe a wall in here, I don't know yet, but I don't care if it slopes a little bit that way. They won't care if it slopes a little bit that way. As long as the water runs off the back, we're good. So, because I didn't want to have to go drum up little pieces of wood and try to shimmer it, and these cinder blocks weigh a ton. My back hurts, so I don't feel like dealing with it. It's gonna be a dog shelter. Unfortunately, I'll have to look at it right outside my door, but that's okay. I'll try to make it look somewhat nice. All right, let me go get these 2x6s out here and screw those down. Maybe. I don't know. I'll get them out here and see what they look like, because I still have to put walls in it back on it. I'm mumbling. Like I said, I'm making this whole thing up as I go, so we'll see how it turns out. morning, dreamers. So I am back out here again today. Today is Saturday, April 12th, I think. Yesterday they did actually come and take the little utility trailer away, so that's good. And then the same company is coming back on Tuesday to take the rest of that garbage over there. So most of the burned stuff will be gone by then. I won't have to keep looking at it. I still have a couple of burned pallets that are around the chicken coop that I need to haul off. But I was thinking about this dog shelter last night, and I think instead of using the pellets, because it's hard to I want the roof to be sloped, and I'd have to use 2x4s in order to slope it anyhow, and then cutting them down and stuff, it's just going to be a pain. So I think I'm going to try to use some 2x4s instead, especially for the sides. I don't know about the back yet. It depends on how many 2x4s I have. But I think I'm going to do that instead of trying to use these pallets. The pellets aren't in that great a shape anyhow. So, yeah, I think I'll try that. So, that's what I'm working on today. I'd like to get this part done because I really want to start cleaning up the back of this yard. It looks horrible. I have some skirting that I need to finish up, and get gravel over here, and yeah, all that good stuff. So, I'm not going to bore you with all that. Let me go count my 2x4s, because I'm really trying to do this without spending any money at all, because I don't have any. So let's go see what I can come up with. So apparently I got ahead of myself. And I realize now that in my head last night when I was thinking of this, I wanted the front half of it to be higher so that all the rain goes off the back. Which meant that this wall right here in front should have been standing straight up. That would have made it 4 inches taller. No, 8 inches taller. And I don't feel like taking it apart, man. Because then I'd have to cut another post over here. Let me back up so I can show you guys. I'm being lazy and sitting. So if I take it apart, golly, how far back can I get? Okay, if I take it apart and I put this on end standing straight up, then it'll be taller. And then I have to cut another 4x4 post that's also taller. I think it's easier to just make a little cripple wall on the front, you know, like a little pony wall, whatever they're called. A little short wall up on the top on the front. And then, and I'm trying to do it with the wood that I have. I wonder if I could just use pieces of 4x4. You know, maybe I'll do that. Because I have plenty of this old 4x4 that was from the shower that's kind of burnt and not burnt all the way. So maybe I'll just cut some blocks and put them up here and then put a 2x4 across it and call it good. Yeah, that's what happens when I get ahead of myself. Let's talk about this tree right here. I know people are going to say, why don't you just take it out? This little here. I'll show you. This little guy right here that looks dead, but usually it gets blooms on it, and I'm hopeful for it this year. So let me tell you the story about this tree. Actually, I'm going to sit back down because I'm tired. Okay, the story behind this little tree, and the reason why I'm not taking it out, and I went all around it trying to build around it and find level ground, is because if you've been following me for a long time, when I first came out here and we cleared the lot so that I could bring the mobile home out, this one was in bloom and it was a dogwood, and it was the only dogwood that was in bloom. And so I had a friend helping me take out the trees, and I said, don't take out this little one right here because it's a dogwood. Dogwoods remind me of the Sierras, and anyhow. And then when we dropped one of the trees, it hit this one and snapped it in half. So the poor tree, the first year, it was snapped in half. It was leaning over, but it still bloomed that next year, even the part that was broken off. And then last year, this other little branch bloomed. Can you guys see it? The one remaining branch bloomed. And so I cut off the top because it was just kind of laying there. And this year, nothing's blooming on it. And I don't know if it's because of the fire, because this was out in the area that burned. So I don't know if it's from the fire or what, but I'm hopeful that it'll bloom this year. It has no buds or leaves on it yet, so if it doesn't, then I'll take it out, but I was kind of hoping it would survive. There's plenty of other dogwoods around. I just liked this one right out my back door, so that's why I'm not taking it out. And you'll notice I decided to use the pallets after all, because when I figured out the wood that it would take to build a wall and stuff, it was more wood than what I had here, and which is why I got confused and put this wall in straight up and down. I should just slow down sometimes, but it's okay. It's just a little dog shelter. It only has to last until I build a back deck. And then the dogs can go on the back deck. You know, it'll be a covered back deck. And they can go on there if, you know, it rains. So this doesn't have to last for forever, but I've been wanting to build a back deck for 3 years now, and it hasn't happened. And so, yeah, we'll give them this for this year. And hopefully I'll have a back deck soon. And then I can use this as like a goat shelter or something. No, I'm kidding. I'm not getting goats, although they're so cute. Let's see. So I guess I'm going to build a little pony wall here, put the roofing on it, and then I thought I was going to side it in the picket fences that I have. I have like 10 of them left. I thought about using the siding from the shower too, but I don't know if I have enough of that. So I don't know what I'm siding it in yet. I know I'm putting a metal roof on it. I'd rather not have metal on the sides just because the dogs will scrape up against it. Oh, let me tell you too, I'm only siding, let's get back here. So this little area right here will be open. And this little area, this big area right here will be open. So I'm only siding the back here. This back side, right there. And then the side, the front side over here. So they'll have like a big open porch area that they can hang out on and still see. They can still sit here and look at the chickens or whatever. But they'll have a little cubby over in here where in case it's pouring down rain or something, they can go and stay drier. So it's not like they're outside, you know, overnight or anything. This will only be like when I have to go to town, or if I have to go to town or run off for the day or whatever, then they'll have a little spot to hang out outside, and they don't have to be inside and in their crates. So, and don't get me wrong, they do great in their crates. They're in there right now because I don't know if you saw yesterday, they kept trying to get out the gate every time I go out the gate, and if I have water bottles out here or tools out here, they run off with it and chew them up. So I don't feel like puppy sitting right now. So let's build this stupid cripple wall thing. And at least get a roof on it, and then I'll calculate how much material I have and what I'm going to side it in. I'd like it to look nice, but again, it only has to be functional for a while, so maybe I have enough fence pickets. We'll see. Maybe I could do fence pickets on these two little sides and then do the slabs on the back half that I don't have to look at. Anyhow, we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, just winging it as I go. The sheriff did come by today, and so I gave him my totals so far of damages, and I thought I had to sue the guy personally for my deductibles, but he said it's all part of the restitution. So as that guy pays restitution, then the county pays it back to the people that had losses, which would be nice. I mean, that also means that they'll be paying back State Farm the portion that they paid out, but it'll be nice to get some restitution back. Will it ever happen? I doubt it, because the guy's a loser, obviously, but if it ever happens, that'll be nice. Anyhow. Okay, let me get back to work here. It's only, well, now it's 11:30 because I spent a bit of time talking to the sheriff, but all right, let me get this done. I want to get it done today. Let's see if we can get it done. I'll be back. Okay, y'all. Apparently this is going to take me 3 days to do because my back hurts. And I don't want to do no more. Not today. So let me stand up and I'll show you what I got done. I'm still trying to decide on this back wall. I have that tin that I had on the roof of the shop that I could put on here. But that's the way the sun sets, so that's where all the hot comes from, and I just feel like the heat would radiate off of that metal. But the other thing I could do is go buy more of those cedar pickets that are $2 a piece, or I can try and use up the logs that I have left, but I think the logs will just be too heavy. I'm probably going to go with the cedar planks. I'll just have to spend $20 or something to get it done. But let me walk you around and show you what I got done. So this front wall, it's only, gosh, can you guys even see that? It's only 1 pallet length. Anyhow, that's going to be the cedar fence pickets that I already have. Still need to find a piece of cedar to go across the front there. This side over here is where most of the rain and wind and stuff will come from, and I did that in cedar because I already had those cut to 48 inches from the shower. That was actually the back of the shower. So, and as soon as I put that up, the whole thing stopped like shaking. It's pretty sturdy now. And then this side, I could put the metal tin. It's silver, but I don't like the idea of it being silver on the back here. I mean, I see this when I'm driving home. I'm coming down the road right there. I don't want to see this big ugly silver thing in my yard. Although the rest of my yard is ugly right now, but hopefully it won't always be. So I'm thinking I might just wait until next week when I get back into Pocahontas and get some more of those cedar fence pickets and do those on this back wall. This will be open. I'll put one of the cedar log things over there. I'll put that up there. And yeah, so that's what I got done. If this tree goes, maybe someday I'll build him a little deck off of here like I did for the chicken coop, but like why? They're not gonna, I know this camera's crooked. They're not gonna be in this for forever. This is just temporary shelter for as long as it lasts. Anyhow, my back is screaming at me, so, and I still have to clean up because if I leave anything out here, the dogs will eat it. So let me go get this stuff cleaned up, and I will be back at this again either later tonight if I get a second wind, or tomorrow. It's already 4 o'clock now, so I doubt it's going to be tonight. All right, I'll be back. Good morning, dreamers. I'm back out here again today. What I'm going to do, I think I have like 8 or 9 of these cedar fence pickets that I'm going to put on the back of this, and then I'll see how many more I need to finish it up. So hopefully I'm not doing much on this today because I'm hurting and I still got to clean up the backyard and do laundry and all that other stuff. So I'm going to knock this stuff out real quick, I hope, and won't be able to finish it up until Monday. Tomorrow's Monday. Won't be able to finish it up until tomorrow when I go and buy more of these cedar fence pickets, but I think the cedar fence pickets are going to be best for siding it with. I didn't want to put metal on the back of it. So, all right, let me get busy. Okay guys, I'm enjoying the shade of this little dog pagoda, puppy pagoda. I wish I had enough of this cedar siding from the shower to like finish off the front, but I don't. I am completely out of, I think I have like a 30-inch piece of this cedar log stuff left, and the rest of it's all gone. So I'm gonna wind up buying, I think, 4 boards when I go to town on Tuesday, and then this will be complete. I'll walk you around and show you what it looks like. So there's our little covered porch area. Both of these areas will be left open. That's what the back looks like. I'm not impressed with the back at all, but at least I don't have to see it every day. And then the front, like I said, I really wish that I had more of the cedar log type instead of the cedar planks, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll get a sign or something for there later. But and then this, of course, is the other side. So it should keep them in the shade on the hot days and in the dry on the wet days. And, you know, I was thinking today that maybe someday when I build my deck out here, the covered deck, and the puppies will have that, I could actually use this as a chicken coop. So, you know, finish it off and use it as another coop or something. So it won't go to waste. It's kind of bittersweet. There's one, let me show you. Okay, this log right here was on the back of my shower, and I hated it on the back of the shower, but I was running out of wood when I was building the shower, and so it got put on the back side. And now I decided to put it right here in the front for the puppies because it'll remind me of that shower. So, and then this is where their fence was stapled to the shower. So there's little reminders everywhere that it used to be a shower. There's one of these has burn marks on the side. I can't remember which one, but it's like partially burnt. I thought it was one of these guys. Anyhow, not sure where it went, but there's a piece on here somewhere that's charred and, you know, from the fire. So this little puppy pagoda, oh, here's the charred piece over here. We'll have a story to tell someday, you know, with all the things that it's been. The floor used to be the Copperhead Hotel. It actually, this flooring, the wood came from the Jonesboro County Fair when they had a tornado that blew through there just before I moved in. So that's what this wood used to be, is a display thing. Now it's the floor for the puppy pagoda. So yeah, and so far I haven't spent anything. I'll probably spend $8 on the last 4 boards in the front, but everything else, even the screws, were recycled from the shower, or yeah, they all came from the shower. So I will get the other boards and put those up on Tuesday, and then edit this video and get it up to you guys. Or I'll get the other boards. I keep thinking it's Tuesday. I'm going on Monday. So I'm going out tomorrow to get the boards and go to the chiropractor and get this done. So I won't end this yet. I'll come back and end it tomorrow after I get those other 4 boards up. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go get into some other project today, probably cleaning up this backyard because there's so much junk everywhere. It's making me nuts. And we have weather coming in on Friday, so I'd like to get it all cleaned up. All right, we'll see ya.